Hey everybody, Adam Savage alongside Megan from Prop Store. Hello.
Hello.
It's good
nice
to see
you again.
Okay, the auction you have coming up
Yes.
has a couple of unbelievable pieces. I walked into this room and I think I caught just like a couple of inches of this over the shoulder of another thing when I first entered, and I was like, oh my God, that's the T1 jacket.
Right away.
This is the real thing.
It is. It's screen matched. It's from Terminator, the Terminator 1984, worn by, and you know it, say the name.
Arnold Schwarzenegger! Oh my God, this is so
so
iconic. I can't even tell you, this coat is so embedded in my psyche.
Yep, it's got all of the blood, the gore, everything that you see him portraying this mean being machine.
Oh my God.
In Terminator. Yeah, I mean, this is a really great piece. It's got all of the distressing, all of the blood, anybody who walks into a room, like you said, if you have this in your living room, anyone's going to know what it is.
It's also so funny because, I mean, we're going to cover the T2 outfit in a minute, but that I think is what everyone thinks of as the Terminator. It's black leather.
True that.
And yet, the moment you see this, you're like, oh, T1.
Yeah.
You instantly know. And it's really surprising how much this sits inside my psyche. I also love looking at
the cuts.
The cuts, the clear cuts with all the blood.
I do too. But you know, it still does draw into the classic Terminator costume design with the leather pieces. We've got the back here that
can
you can
spin?
see. Yes, we can spin it.
And it looks to me, oh, it does. The leather is all added after the fact. This is not original to the coat.
I wouldn't think so.
No, they've gone and
you
added
can see
it
the
to
top
get there.
stitching there. This is heavy metal. I mean, this is a really great.
That's not, wow.
No, I know. You would think that they would put some sort of plastic in there, but they really didn't. They got real chains in there. And these are great little details here. You see this in the film as he's beating up these punks, and the guy's taking off his jacket and throwing it to him, which is great because they keep that going throughout the films. I love that in the next movie too. But yeah, this is, I mean, it is a standard store-bought jacket, but they've really turned it into his iconic wear for the movie.
It really has. And I love the bedazzling. I think it looks fantastic.
I don't know if I'd put that in the same sentence as
one of those three punks that Arnold dispatches at the beginning of T1 is Bill Paxton.
It is.
It's not Bill Paxton's coat he takes.
No, but Bill actually has a leather jacket, so you're kind of wondering, why didn't he take that one?
Well, maybe he just wanted to think about it.
Too bloody at that point.
This has been screen matched, to my understanding?
It has. You can see the screen matching online at propstore.com. They've got some lovely, great side-by-side photos.
And to be clear, that doesn't mean it was the only one for the film.
Correct.
There was probably several made distressed identically, but you were able to take marks on this, match them to the screen, to a scene.
And remember, they do make several of them for those different evolutions.
Right, the bullet holes progress.
Yeah, exactly. So the first one you see is just this one. And then all of a sudden he's got these two as he's getting shot up by the savior of Sarah Connor. So,
dude, I mean, I just see the airbrush is so great.
I know. Some little bit rusting here. I mean, they really did do a great job of showing the evolution of him getting more and more beat up as we are trying to dispose of this guy.
Well, speaking of the evolution, let's move to T2
that
here.
Is true.
Because I believe this might be the first time I experienced deep fan service in a film.
Oh, no,
Right,
really?
well, no, because, you know, we're all going to see Terminator 2.
Yep.
Terminator 1 is now, at this point, a cultural juggernaut.
Exactly.
How is the second movie going to top that?
That is true.
So sitting there in that scene and watching Arnold be like, I need your clothes and your boots and your bike, and you're just like, oh, this is so much better than the first movie.
But you think he's bad at that point.
Yep.
You still think he's bad. And what's great about this is one of the films that I think the second one's better than the first one. And I know people are going to argue with me on that one, but I really, you know, I was 14 at the time, fell in love with Edward Furlong.
Who didn't, of course,
Who didn't? And he turning into the savior ended up being every person's dream because we still thought of him as a really wonderful and handsome guy, and having him as he didn't really want to be an evil character in the first one when he was casted, right? And all of a sudden we got him as a better person in the second one, but he still has that, can I say it, badass look?
Yes.
All right.
Good. You know, this is totally. Again, this also sits perfectly in my brain pan.
Yep. Yeah.
And is it possible to say that James Cameron might be the best sequel director in film history?
I think so.
Because I think that one of the things he takes for each sequel he does is, I don't just want a lot of sequels just rehash the first movie, right? It's just a slight modification. He's always looking for some huge twist. It's not one alien, it's a million. It's the Terminator's the good guy. And that bit when he turns around and uses his back to protect Eddie Furlong.
Oh my gosh, yes. And,
unbelievable, right?
It is really great because this piece in particular too, you think that with the color black, he would just be, and that's what they kind of mess you up with that. He starts with this black, badass looking, and then all of a sudden he's really nice, and you're like, that doesn't fit the clothes. Doesn't fit his guns, doesn't fit his grenade launchers. But
for whoever buys this, you should include a box of roses with a shotgun in it.
We could do that.
I love the moment in the fight where him and Robert Patrick first contact each other, and there's this moment when they don't move, and you can see they're both surprised at meeting something they can't manipulate.
Yep. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Talk about beast meeting beast for sure.
I have actually gotten the pleasure of sitting at a Comic-Con and talking at length with Robert Patrick about filming this movie and filming the sequences of fighting with Arnold.
Nice.
Yeah,
oh my
he
God,
had a lot of
was
fun
epic.
on that set. Yeah.
But speaking of his particular costume in Terminator 2, we also have, and this is a separate lot.
Oh, the boots!
So these are the boots that he wears when he's being dragged behind a truck, and they have the
they have skin plates.
Yes, they do, for that special effect. Like, I mean, talk about practical effect, versus CGI. They didn't actually have to use it. I mean, they did a lot of CGI in that movie.
They really?
But they really kind of stuck to the core of filmmaking with these boots. And you can see this. Completely.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
yeah, right.
Yeah,
it's a little occupational hazard there.
Yep, and what a story to tell when you own these boots.
Like I love this too. Just drive another screw in there. We'll get that in. We'll keep this together.
I'm sure it fell apart at one point and kind of broke, and they're like, "All right, well, we gotta hammer that in." So
I will say, like a lot of dudes, I went through a motorcycle phase in my 20s, and I had a pair of motorcycle boots with metal caps on the toes, and I loved riding. And then putting my toes down and shooting some sparks from my feet.
I'm surprised you didn't catch on fire.
I wasn't working with gasoline back then.
Yeah, exactly.
Those are incredible.
I think they're great too. But
I love that they're a separate. I love that they're a separate item because it's a whole separate sequence. It's a special effect boot made specifically.
Great to portray. Great to have on display. I just love this. So.
This is not the end of our Terminator explorations.
It is not. We got a couple more things to show you.
Excellent. Okay. Dude!
In all classic Arnold.
This is, we just went through the movie to figure out where this is, because there's all sorts of big barreled grenade launchers in T2, more than I realized.
So many, and even when you're looking at the bunker and he's picking out there's thousands that he can choose from.
Yeah.
And what does he do with this one? He didn't even get that one from the bunker.
No, this he stole from one of the cops in the Cyberdyne building, and it fires smoke grenades.
It does, but that's how he...
Well, this is one of the things that is this, like, the comedy of T2, is that Eddie Furlong was like, you can't kill anyone, and Arnold picks us up and he just starts shooting everyone's knees out, which is like, oh, at least I'm still alive. This is also, as I love pointing out, this is hard rubber.
It is.
And
it is completely, 100%. You can almost bend it.
Whenever you see an actor in a movie holding a weapon that's not actively moving or firing something, it's probably made of rubber.
Exactly. And it's still heavy. I mean, Arnold can hold pretty much anything. I should probably say T-800 can hold anything. And he makes this look like a toy. And he's one-handed, and so this is just a great piece to have if you're a T-800 fan.
This also comes with one of my favorite sound effects from the Terminator movies, which is the thunk of the hollow shell that drove the smoke grenade, leaving the gun.
They even have the sound effect as it's hitting the guy, too.
Do they really?
Yes. I was like, wait a minute. Is that real?
Probably they didn't make a ton of these. It could have been they only made the one.
Yeah, it's possible, especially, but with the rubber and how many stunt scenes they had to do. But I could see them just, we're just going to cast this one because that's a lot of material, a lot, and you know how to make these. Yeah,
it's non-trivial. It's a fair bit of work to get one of these across the line. But it's perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, the final piece.
My favorite.
Dude, this is Oh my God, again, so much of this is deep in my youth.
I know. It's one of those famous scenes. You get to see a piece of him up close.
Eddie Furlong does this, right? It's sitting there and he goes, boom, and you see it, boom, boom, boom.
He doesn't even want to touch it. You can tell, but he's like, I'm getting that thing as far away as possible. And of course, this is really the scene epitome piece that says, I am a part of an entire collective, right?
He walks up and absorbs it.
And so this is a really fun because it's so recognizable.
Well, and so you look at a piece like this and you're like, well, how would you make something like that? They probably, is it a paint treatment? Is it a sputtering, vacuum metallizing? It's not actually, it's metal plated.
Right.
And you can see here, usually this happens inside a corner where you might not get as much saturation of the metal deposition.
Okay.
You can see a little copper there.
Yeah.
So copper is the first layer. It's a conductive paint. Then they cover that with a copper plate. Then they hit that with, I believe, nickel. And then on top of the nickel, chrome.
Oh
and
my
chrome
gosh.
because it's so hard. But they were able to practically dump this on the highway repeatedly.
They had to. And the weight of it.
No, this is substantial.
That is substantial. I am very shocked that they made something, because normally you would think this would be, throw away. These are rubber. They just made this quality.
You can see the scratches that show the copper through the chrome.
God,
dude, and
amazing.
actually, if people are wondering what that little tiny hole is, when you're plating something, you need a grounding point. So that's where a little eyelet went that held to the wire that gave this thing the proper charge for plating.
Was it a dip?
Yeah, it's sitting in a dip and letting metal plate
nice.
go onto it.
I learned everything from you.
That pattern, man, that
I
pattern.
know.
I see it in my mind's eye.
I love
it. The auction's coming up, yes?
It is. March 25th through the 27th.
Oh my God, fulfill all your Terminator dreams. Dude, oh my God, every time I turn around to see this, I'm dropped right back to being 14 years old.
All right, you can have that one, I'll have this one. Or this one.
All right, we'll include all the relevant links in the description below. Thank you so much, Megan.
Thank you, Adam, appreciate it.
Thank you guys so much for watching. One of my favorite things we make in our tested store are demerit badges. These are like scout badges, but for screwing stuff up, because screwing up is not just a part of the making process, it is intrinsic to it, and we like to celebrate that. We've got 27 so far in the Supervisors bundle that you can go buy right now by clicking on the link in the description, but we also have a booster pack of some brand new patches. This is the demerit badge for burning off your eyebrow. I am proudly sewing that to all of my clothes. This is the demerit badge for having a messy workbench, which I do not get today. My workbench is super clean. And we have new octagonal patches that are, merit badges. This is the merit badge for sweeping up your shop. Congratulations, I'm so proud of you. And this, oh my God, this is great. This is the merit badge for creating a clean space on your bench. Hey, we got to take our successes where they come and meet them there. Go to the tested-store.com or adamsavage.com to buy any of these, or click on a link in the description.